The tension between the Korean Medical Association and the government is escalating. The Korean Medical Association is one of Korea's prominent special interest groups. Today, let's delve into the historical backdrop of conflicts between the government and special interest groups. What is a special interest group? Special interest groups are defined in dictionaries as organizations formed by individuals sharing common ideas and interests, with a focus on safeguarding economic and social benefits or mitigating losses. Examples of notable special interest groups encompass the Korean Medical Association and labor unions such as the Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, the Federation of Korean Trade Unions, and the Federation of Korean Industries. These groups gather to protect the interests of their respective professions, namely doctors, laborers, and business people. Therefore, political parties that aim to gain political power are not considered special interest groups. The Korean Medical Association versus the government. Since its establishment in 1908, the Korean Medical Association has been no stranger to conflicts with the government. The initial clash arose over the government's 1999 policy to separate the prescribing and dispensing of drugs. According to this policy, doctors would diagnose and prescribe medications to patients, while pharmacists would handle the dispensing of prescribed medicines. Doctors vehemently opposed this division because they had been earning additional income by both prescribing and dispensing drugs within their hospitals. In June of 2000, 35,000 doctors went on strike, and patients could not receive medical treatments for almost a year. The strike ended in December 2000 when the medical community, the Pharmaceutical Association, and the government agreed to amend the Pharmaceutical Affairs Act. Labor unions versus the government. Labor unions represent another category of special interest groups frequently engaged in conflicts with the government. A notable example is the Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, which boasts the largest membership among labor unions. In 1998, amidst the IMF crisis, Hyundai Motor Company's announcement of significant layoffs sparked a massive strike. Workers revolted, advocating for the dismantling of the chaebol conglomerate system, measures to address unemployment, and other demands. Subsequently, in 2000, the union initiated another strike to push for a transition to a 5-day workweek, recovery from the IMF-induced economic downturn, and wage increases. This action was prompted by the prevalent 6-day workweek, which included Saturdays, prompting workers to call for reduced working hours. The Federation of Korean Industries versus the government. The Federation of Korean Industries, comprising chairpersons from major Korean conglomerates, has also been involved in frequent conflicts with the government. Following the IMF crisis, the Kim Dae-jung administration pushed for reforms within the existing chaebol system. Specifically, they requested the 5 largest companies at the time, Samsung, Hyundai, Daewoo, LG, and SK, to undergo significant downsizing through extensive restructuring efforts. However, Kim Woo-chung, the chairman of Daewoo Group and the president of the federation at the time, opposed the government's policy. Eventually, former President Kim called Chairman Kim to the executive mansion and convinced the chairman and the conglomerates to follow the government's instructions to downsize and make big deals between the companies.